briefly on the MPP. Yeah, crazy situation. What a
It's
interesting.
fun, man.
Hey.
We love the drama. Love the drama.
Who would have thought? Who would have
Who
thought?
said baseball is boring?
Dude, it's fun. Everyone's having fun with it. New rules changes. Everyone loves the pitch clock, loves all the home runs and action, stolen bases. It's a good time for MLB. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noam Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 33. 33. Hopefully, everyone's having a great week. Uh, NBA playoffs, full swing, almost there. To the finals, conference finals. I guess we'll kind of talk about it in one of Noah's topics, but what else happened? Oh, something that we're not gonna, touch too long on, but Brock Purdy finally signed a contract.
Yesterday, yep.
5 year, 265 million, 53 million on average. Man, he has to bring five Lombardis to the 49ers for $53 million. Jesus Christ. So,
Just under Tua's contract by I think he's making 53.1 and probably making 53. So, um, what is it, like seventh highest paid maybe or sixth highest paid
yeah,
QB in the league? One of those two.
it's definitely top
Um,
10.
Personally, I think it's a mistake, but
Like he didn't want to accept like 49, 50.
well, I mean, he's been making basically minimum for the last 4 years. So
Yeah.
I mean, good for him. He deserves a contract. I think he deserves it. I just don't think it was good for the 49ers and where they're at right now. But he knows the offense. He's
Yeah.
been successful in the offense.
You
So
also couldn't let him walk either, like who else are you going to
yeah,
get
you
at
can't
this
just let him
point?
go for nothing. The only thing they could have done was maybe trade him to the Titans for the first pick, and you bring in Cam Ward. But yeah, I don't think that was gonna. Yeah, I don't think that would have happened. But
Yeah.
um, or trade him somewhere else, get a QB back in return. But that would be tough. So they kind of had to make the deal. I think they should have traded him last year, but um, we'll see. We'll see
We'll
what the
see.
49ers do.
Five
I
years,
think
we're locked
they had
in.
they have one of the easiest. I think they have the easiest schedule next year. So maybe it'll all work out until
Yeah,
the
I saw
playoffs. We'll
that
see
and
about
I
the
was like,
playoffs.
don't show me that the Niners have the easiest schedule. They're gonna go damn
And then they don't
7
make the
and 10.
playoffs. Yeah.
Third.
Yeah, and then the Bears top three hardest. Um, I don't
Yeah.
remember who had the hardest one though.
Caleb Williams trying to find a deal to not go to the Bears.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. But he's there. He's happy to be there now, and he's the quarterback of the future. So,
That's crazy.
hey,
Hey,
fingers
NFL right
crossed.
around the corner. Getting into OTAs and rookie cams going on right now.
And we got to
Travis
figure out
Hunter,
the dynasty league.
maybe
I always see people talking about it. I want a dynasty league.
two dynasty leagues. Jeez.
One NBA, one football. They
Yeah,
they pass each other off. So once NBA is over, you jump into the football season. You get that rookie draft. You know
yeah.
all that stuff.
Anyways, that's the opening of this episode. A lot has happened, even though felt like nothing really happened this week. Hopefully everyone has watched our Birdies and Banter episode 5. Me and Derek went over the PGA Championship preview. Recaps coming on Monday or Tuesday, so be on the lookout
Yeah, it
for
was a good episode. Go check it out.
that. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Okay, so going into the headlines. The NBA draft lottery was on Monday this week, and of course, a surprise, big surprise. The Mavericks jumped from, let me see, they jumped from the 11th spot up to number one pick. So they had a 1.7 chance or 1.8 chance to get the number one pick, and they got it. Um, since the lottery system changed to 14% for the top three teams. top three worst teams.
Yeah.
Um, that happened in 2019. Uh, the
Pelicans.
they have never picked first overall. The worst team has never picked first overall,
Hmm.
and it's a third straight year where the first overall team lands in the fifth spot. So Utah was projected to be the first overall pick. They dropped all the way down to five. Just
Yeah.
go through the Hornets, Jazz, and the Wizards were the top three. The Pelicans were fourth. They are now four, five, six, seven. Um, Hornets, Jazz, Washington, Pelicans. So that's rough when you're at 14%, 14%, 14%, 12.5% to get that number one pick, and you drop at minimum three spots back.
Yeah.
That's rough. But yeah, Dallas jumps to one, and hey, they started fueling all the rumors that were already going around. Where when Luka got traded to the Lakers, everyone was like, "Oh, here you go, Lakers get a star once
Yeah.
again." They got him for basically nothing, and now they land the first overall pick. Oh, well, there's their compensation for trading Luka. They get Cooper Flag. The last time
Rigged.
the last time Anthony Davis got traded to the Lakers, the Pelicans got the first pick.
Yep.
After that, they got Zion. It happened another time. I can't remember who was traded for what, but that team
Y-
also got to the number one pick. There's one other team I can't remember.
yeah, I can't remember
Um,
either. There was like a couple teams that traded or
their star player, and then they
cut
end up
or
getting the
released or something.
first
Yeah, and
overall
they
pick. Yeah.
um yeah, I think they should just go back to where like the top or the bottom five teams of the league just have a chance to get, or the bottom four teams just, it has to be between them four to get the number one pick.
Yeah, it used to be number one, the worst overall team, which would have been the
Yeah.
Jazz, would have a 25% chance, I believe, to get the number one pick. And that got changed so that they can get rid of tanking. But
I
this
mean,
is crazy. I mean, the Mavs jump in, they were a play-in team. They have
yeah,
Kyrie, Anthony Davis, some good young centers on that team.
yeah,
And Nico Harrison said they made that trade to win now.
yeah.
So that happens, and now they get the first overall pick. They want to win now. Do they take Cooper Flag? That's kind of a future move. What if they trade out, try to get a Giannis, try to get a KD, try to get someone of that caliber?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, you can't count it out. Nico Harrison just traded Luca.
a lot of people are going back and forth on it. I don't really know. I would just take Cooper Flag. You already have the pieces around him. You already have vets around him that can show him um, you know, welcome him to the NBA. Um, I don't know how much presence he would get on other teams like Jazz and the Wizards or something. Jordan Poole maybe throwing a punch. Maybe I don't know. Um, I don't know. It's just I would just take Cooper Flag. Just don't even risk it. But they already traded away Luca. Mark Cuban's happy again. He wants to be a majority owner again, probably. Um, I don't know. Just
I mean, he's a second generational talent of the past couple years. Wemby obviously was the can't miss prospect. Last year was up in the air. Who could go number one? Anyone could have gone number one last
yeah.
year. And then now a can't miss prospect in Cooper Flag.
How can you not draft a can't miss? This guy's supposed to be
Yeah,
the
it
best
sets up for
guy.
the future again. So now
Yeah.
you have a chance. Nico Harrison has a chance to make up for his trade, bringing in a 32-year-old Anthony Davis. Kyrie's what, 34,
Yeah.
35. And
Clay
now you bring in an
Thompson.
18-year-old. Yeah, you have Klay Thompson who's mid 30s. Um, yeah, so you bring in Cooper Flag, and now you have kind of a young successor again when those guys either leave. I mean, Kyrie's has a chance to be a free agent too, I think. So either,
Yeah.
either they leave or they um, retire. Whenever that time comes, you have him. waiting in the wings. But I did see a lot of people saying that this could stunt his growth because he's going to be playing behind two, three guys potentially. Like he's not going to be the guy of the team.
Yeah.
And when you have this kind of player, you kind of want him to be the guy of
Yeah.
your team.
I
But
guess. I mean,
the only way I think you consider trading this pick is if Giannis is guaranteed. If you call up the Bucks and you go, hey, number one pick, Giannis, and then some other stuff, it can't just be straight up one for Giannis, but
yeah.
um,
It's not
it's
going to
gonna
be
take
like a
it's gonna
Luca trade
take
again.
yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to get Giannis, but you got a couple players, and maybe another one. You probably won't have to give up three because I mean, the number one pick, Cooper Flag's worth a lot,
Yeah.
but resets Milwaukee. You get Giannis, and right there, that's your defensive guy. You're all talking about you want defensive players, so defense wins
AD and
championships.
Giannis.
Yeah. Hey, that's the only time I listen. I don't think there's anyone else. I don't think KD's worth it.
No.
We've already seen what happens when he's with Kyrie. Um, there's literally nobody else. I think I would trade I wouldn't even trade for Curry. Um,
No.
no, I couldn't do it. I mean Curry's 37. He's got maybe 2 years, maybe.
He has 2 years. Everyone has 2 years on their contract at Golden State. I think after the
He-
2 years, it's going to be
It's over.
see ya. Riding
I,
off in
I
the
wouldn't be
sunset.
surprised we see LeBron, Steph, and KD all retire at the same time, which would be
Yeah.
crazy. You're gonna lose three stars in 1 year.
Yeah.
Three faces of the league. But yeah, but then the Spurs also. I mean, we're not the Spurs jumped to the second pick, so that's another team also who's looking to potentially trading for Giannis to become a win now. Adam with Wimby, Fox, Castle.
Yeah.
If Castle doesn't get traded to the Bucks, and
It could be a crazy
so bummer.
offseason if Giannis is on the move, KD on the move, someone else that we don't know could be on the move, but draft picks this year. I mean, there's what a good five man who is pretty good this year could get drafted. Can't
Yeah,
really
top
pick
five
names.
are all could have been number one last year
Yeah, easily.
easily.
So,
Um, but yeah,
uh,
Philly also got number three, so that's another team
Paul
to look
George
out
could
for.
get traded to again.
Hey, don't rule us out, Dallas trade back to three, Philly up to one, Dallas gets Embiid. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a little something to maybe look out for. If they're trying to win now, like I said,
Yeah.
maybe Joel Embiid's worth it. Worth taking the shot at, even though he's had this injury issues.
It's been a crazy NBA. I felt like it was kind of quiet leading up to the playoffs, but it's been a good,
That's how it is a lot
been a
with
pretty good NBA
regular
playoffs
season.
and everything, and a lot of drama going on here.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a fun last few weeks for sure. Um, Going into the next topic, not a fun topic. Jason Tatum tears his right Achilles in the game five or game
Game
four,
four,
game four against the Knicks.
because then the Celtics
Uh,
won game five
yeah, and the Celtics just lost to the Knicks today. So
by a lot.
Knicks Pacers are the Eastern Conference Finals, and I believe Nuggets OKC play tomorrow, if not Sunday.
Sunday, I think, actually.
Sunday in the afternoon sometime.
Yeah.
Um, and then winner of that plays the Wolves, who beat the Warriors yesterday or 2 days ago. But yeah, Jason Tatum tears his right Achilles, having a great game. I think he had 40 something in the third quarter. Um, and that leaves he's going to be out for at least 6 to 9 months. Everyone was already talking about the Celtics going to blow up their team.
Yeah.
They don't have they'll have all this money being spent on all these guys. They're not going to be able to afford it. They want to get under the luxury tax, luxury, whatever the threshold is.
Yeah.
So they're going to see a lot of movement there. And if the Celtics aren't very good next year, or they struggle at points, we probably won't see Tatum come back at all next year. It could be out the whole next season. I think he is able to come back in March. I think the timeline was
Yeah.
around March. So
Hmm. I
not really
mean,
worth it if you're not in playoff
that's after
contention.
the All-Star break. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it'd be worth it. Just give him a year. I mean, he's only 27. So, but really early to have his Achilles. rupture on him like that. So we'll see how he comes back from it. Uh,
Yeah,
Tough for Jason Tatum, who is supposed to be the next one of the potential next faces of the league.
yeah. They said that either Drew Holiday or Derek White leaving. Porzingis
Porzingis,
gone.
get him out of here.
Horford maybe retiring.
Yeah, they say it's probably their last game with Horford, last series with Horford.
Yeah,
I mean, you're stuck with
Hall
Pritchard
of
for a
Famer.
few years.
Yeah, signed a couple year deal. I
Yeah,
can't really name anyone else. Jalen Brown's
but yeah,
just
I
gonna be
mean,
there.
they could have a little if they have a bad year next year, kind of a rebuild like the Spurs when they had David Robinson.
Yeah.
He got hurt, and they get Tim Duncan in the draft. Um,
Well,
so maybe this happens for the Celtics, and they get AJ DeBonsa, whatever his name is, potential first uh overall pick in the 2026 draft already.
yeah,
Talking about that, but um, yeah, t tough for the Celtics, and it's probably going to be a rough year for them next year. But
yeah,
hopefully Tatum recovers well. He already had surgery, I think, the day after it happened,
yep,
so very quick, and um, hopefully recovery's all
yeah.
good.
Knicks make the playoffs since first time since or make the conference finals since 2000. So
Nice. Yeah,
that's
shout out to the
crazy.
Knicks. They've been playing really well. Um, Interesting Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks and
Yeah,
Pacers. I don't think many people had that happening. Pacers got really hot.
I think
And good.
I just think NBA want the Knicks. Big market. No one wants
I
to see
think I think
Indiana.
the Knicks win it. I think the Knicks win it.
Yeah,
Knicks defense, they just Mikal Bridges. I keep saying it. Mikal Bridges and OG and Anunoby are just so good. Just switch on everything. You can put them
yeah,
on Halliburton. You can put them on anybody. Those guys, and they just lock them down. So, um, and Cat going against Miles Turner, I think Cat has the advantage. So just those alone are gonna swing in the Knicks' favor. You put OG or Mikal on Siakam, who's gonna be scoring for them?
yeah,
So it's gonna be a hard fought series, and could go seven. We'll see.
yeah,
Last but not least, a little bit of MLB news. Um, in the NL West favorite division, the best division in baseball, the Rockies are on pace to have the worst record in MLB history. So we did see the record last year with the White Sox. They set it with 41 wins and 121 losses. Um, More recent ones, the Orioles in 2018, 47 and 115. Um, Orioles again, 2021, 52, 110, and Diamondbacks 2021, 52, 110. But um, right now they are 7 and 36, pretty much similar to how the White Sox started last year. The White Sox were 11 and 28, and okay, never mind. But the run differential 134. They're giving up so many runs and they're not scoring anything.
yeah.
Their team ERA is almost 6.
Love
It's
that.
awful. Um,
The
yeah, but they're
Giants lost to the Rockies
when
one
they lose to
game.
the Rockies.
Yeah,
They lost one game to the Rockies.
yeah,
Just one game. I'm pretty sure they swept them a few a few days ago, so I'm not too worried about that. But I mean, they're gonna win a few games. I mean, they won 7.
yeah. True.
I think they're on pace for 20 right now. So
It's crazy.
we'll see. They
A
did
hundred and
fire.
62 game season.
Yeah.
You only win 20 games.
I mean, last year 41 is insane. Just think about half of that. And then the Rockies did fire their manager, Bud Black.
Finally,
He was the long-term manager there. He was 544 and 690. So
it's a lot of games.
not awful, not absolutely awful, but
Could have
yeah,
been
I
worse.
mean, a rough last 2 years for sure. Rockies were awful last year, awful again this year, and I believe they don't even get a pick in the top 10 because they were so bad last year, which is the new MLB rule where they don't get a top 10 pick after they get already like a top 5 pick or something. It's something like that. Um,
I thought,
I don't know, remember the rule.
yeah, I thought it was if you get like a top five pick and like for like 3 years in a row or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then you can't get a top 10 pick the next
Yeah,
year
something
after
like
that.
that.
So yeah, something like that. But yeah, the third base coach will be taking over as their interim manager. Uh, they're saying it's going to be through the end of the 2025 season.
Can't do any
So
worse.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a good chance for him to show what he's got.
Yeah,
Bring him
maybe he
back from his
turns it around.
hole. Yeah, at least give him a respectable 42 wins to not set
Yeah,
the record for the worst record in MLB
exactly.
history.
Just don't set the record. That's all you
Yeah,
can
that
ask.
that if your team is not very good, if you're and you're like, why am I watching baseball? My team sucks. Just keep track of the Rockies. That's gonna be fun to watch. See how many games they lose.
Yep, exactly. Other baseball news. Pete Rose, shoeless Joe Jackson, the Black Sox got reinstated. Of course, Pete Rose died a few months ago, beginning of the year, I think. They both got reinstated, and now they are Hall of Fame eligible, even though a lot of people think they're just gonna, walk on in there tomorrow. Supposedly, this has to go through a committee decision. It gets brought up to this special historical committee. Next time they meet is 2027, so we still got some time. Whether Pete Rose is going to get into the Hall of Fame or not. A lot of mixed reviews, like um, Rob Manfred changed the lingo. It was a permanent ban from the Hall of Fame for Pete Rose, and they changed the lingo there, where so it was a lifetime ban. So now that he's gone, passed away, maybe he can get into the Hall of Fame. What happened to the Black Sox? That's a crazy story. I don't like. I heard about it a long time ago, but now that people are talking about it, they threw the World Series for money. That's crazy. I don't know if any of them are on that team are going to get into the Hall of Fame, but um, that's just
Yeah, it
crazy.
has to be one of the worst scandals ever.
Yeah, taking bribes.
World Series in the
The
highest
World Series.
yeah, the highest or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like the highest
Yeah, the
moment,
highest.
I guess,
Yeah, yeah,
part
yeah,
of baseball, and it's fixed. So
yeah. That's pretty crazy. But should Pete Rose be a Hall of Famer? Um,
no,
I think yes, with an asterisk. There's like a lot of people talking that if he does get his plaque in the Hall of Fame, maybe they put on there, you know, got caught cheating or like gambled on the game or something. But he's still a Hall of Famer though. He gets his plaque and his head in there, but it should be an asterisk.
yeah, I say no. You have players like Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, who were not voted in to the Hall of Fame. I
Yeah,
think it's ridiculous that you're gonna put them in there. You're not gonna have Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Roger Clemens, players like that. I don't know if Roger Clemens got in recently. He might have, but those guys, best of the best, aren't in, but you're gonna let these guys in. It just doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense to me.
yeah.
You can argue what they did was worse than what what uh
Pete
what
Rose
Barry
did.
Bonds and A-Rod.
Oh, yeah,
No, what Pete Rose did, and obviously Shoeless did. Like fixing the World Series is awful. Betting on baseball, awful. But like I would argue that's worse than taking steroids.
yeah. You know,
Losing competitively on purpose,
well, yeah,
insane.
allegedly, allegedly.
Oh yeah, allegedly, sure, but yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't see how you can let them in when you don't have the best hitter ever to play um, in in the Hall of Fame. It makes no sense to me.
Maybe you let them all in, right? But you put them off to the side. They have their own section. It's like the dark side or something. Like the dark side of the MLB is on this side, and it's all dark and shady.
Well, there's also times where taking steroids wasn't even banned, right?
Yeah,
And that's when it was happening. But it's always been against the rules to gamble on baseball, fix
yeah.
games. So
Number
I
one
don't know.
rule.
I don't see I just don't see how they get in.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying too that players, on this historical committee played with these people, so they have a different perspective than the writers do, who usually um,
Yeah.
vote on who gets into
Some of the writers are absolutely stupid.
the
Their votes are so dumb.
like Ichiro
Um,
missing out or
yeah, he
unanimous.
didn't get one vote or something like that. Ridiculous. Should have been
Yeah,
unanimous.
crazy. But yeah, so no decision, like I said, till 2027. So we got some time here.
Yeah,
Next, this kind of came out after the last episode that we uploaded.
like right
Derek
after.
Carr, like a few hours after we
Yeah,
uploaded, which
there's always
is
something. There's always something.
unfortunate, but interesting.
Expect
Derek
some crazy
Carr
news a couple hours here.
retired. He hurt his shoulder, had surgery, was trying to rehab it. I guess it's just not healing as quickly as they thought, and he was in jeopardy to miss this season. Um, so I don't know. He just retired, kind of out of the blue. No, not really any talk about it. People thought he was coming back, but man, the Saints QB room. Maybe they just tanked this year to get a good pick next year. Good old Archie going to the Saints, maybe, but Tyler Shock, Spencer Rattler, Jake Hayner, and Hunter Deckers. Who do you think will get the starting position? Or is Taysom Hill just gonna run the show? Huh?
I think it has to be Tyler Shock, right?
Yeah,
It has to. I
easily.
mean, you spent a high second round pick on him.
Yeah.
Um,
Spencer Rattler was horrible last year. Jake Hayner,
yes,
horrible.
they both those guys has chances.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even know who
I
Hunter Deckers is, but
yeah, I've never heard of that guy. Spencer Rattler and Jake Hader, maybe they start the year a few games, see how they go. But I think Tyler Shock, that's your guy. You spent like the top five second round pick on him, whatever it is.
hmm
Um, I don't even know how you pick a QB in the first round next year. Like you kind of invested this guy in this guy.
yeah, maybe
I
they
don't
get a
know.
free
You're just gonna
agent. I
get.
don't
I
know.
mean, we've seen it before. We've seen Josh Rosen. They give up on Cardinals give up on Josh Rosen. Spent a
Yeah,
top five pick on him.
number
So I
one,
guess
right? Or is it top
I
five?
don't know if it was number one. I don't. I think it was like a number three or number two,
Yeah, okay, that sounds more right.
maybe. But yeah, I guess you just see how it goes with Shug.
That's crazy. Looks like I'm not drafting any wide receivers from the Saints this
He-
year, huh?
Yeah, he was 10th.
Chris Olave.
But yeah, I did see something that at least Chris Olave is not going to get those hospital balls from Derek Carr anymore. Jeez,
That
yeah, it was rough. But
was rough.
yeah, I think you go with your second round pick here. Just see how it goes. Just write it out.
Why not? Just
You
gotta,
know.
just gotta do it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not even uh Arch Manning's not even guaranteed to come out next year. So it's only be his first year starting, his third year in Texas, and
Yep. Making
he
that
might
good
stay
money
one
too.
extra year, making 5 mil a year.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yeah, I'll stay.
Probably the life of the party.
Yeah, enjoying college life, going,
Big man on
QB
campus.
QB1.
For Texas, dang.
Yeah, you know he's
Sounds like,
throwing those parties too. He got 5 million in the bank. He's gonna be throwing some crazy parties over there in his mansion.
yeah, why not?
I would.
Why not? What else you gonna do? Go to class?
Yeah.
You're
What am I gonna do in
QB1 at
Texas?
Texas.
Yeah.
And you
All I gotta do is just throw that pigskin.
and you're a Manning.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Guaranteed first round pick no matter what.
basically. And then finally, we try to pick a winner at the Kentucky Derby. Both of our horses did not win. Sandman did not win, and I think Noah picked American Promise, did not
Oh
win.
yeah, America. Yeah,
Well,
I
Noah
mean,
has a chance to pick American Promise again because he is running in the Preakness that is happening on Saturday tomorrow. Interesting. Only 9 horses. Well, I guess 10 horses now are running in the Preakness. No, 9 horses. Can't count. Five. Yeah, 9 horses are running in the Preakness. Smaller field. Only Journalism, American Promise, and Sandman are running from the Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby. Um, I don't know why it says Kentucky Derby Field. It's the Preakness. Oh well. ESPN not updating their site. Sarventi is not running because his owner thinks that he needs more rest, and so they're just gonna wait till the Belmont, which brings up a lot of commotion that the horse racing schedule needs to be extended so there's more time in between races and not the 2 weeks and then the 3 weeks after the Preakness. So, but after all that, Noah, are you going with American Promise again this week, or you going with someone else?
I think I have to ride with my guy, American Promise.
Yeah,
I mean, pay Billy 20 to 1 odds. I'll throw the house on it, but I don't know. I think American Promise is there's just something about him.
yeah,
Just something about the name, something about the vibes I get from the trainer with the K and Lucas, um, the jockey, Nik Nick Juarez. Let's go. This guy's a pace setter. We're ready to go.
yeah. Journalism was a favorite for the Kentucky Derby. Did not win. Came in second. Is a big favorite for this one, of course. 8 to 5 odds. I don't think I'm going with Sandman. He finished seventh, I think. Yeah, seventh in the Kentucky Derby. Um,
Barry Bonds finished 16th. How are you a pace setter finishing 16th?
well, he wasn't setting the pace. That's why.
Well, was he out up front? Like I don't even like, ever.
No.
My God, come on,
Yeah.
Lucas with a K.
So I'm going with Bob
Osborne.
Baffert, goal oriented. Why not?
Nice.
Pace
Yeah,
setter as well.
I think it's a safe pick. I don't like to go safe picks. I go all in. But clever again, I think. Jose Ortiz is my guy here. He can probably I think clever again is gonna pull out, but American Promise,
Yeah, John
hopefully.
Velasquez. He's a vet jockey. He's won I think a couple Kentucky Derbies.
That's Sandman
Oh,
though.
also the guy that the jockey for Sovereignty at the Kentucky Derby got fined $72,000 because he hit the horse like one too many times,
Hey, it's abuse.
but they didn't DQ him. So yeah, interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would have DQ'd him.
yeah, right. That doesn't seem
What's
fair.
going on here?
Like one
How much
person
how
gets
much do
more.
these
Go ahead.
more
It's not hit. It's like
what was it called? More I can't think of the word. I don't know. I don't know. But
I don't know.
how much do these jockeys make? The good dude got fined 72K.
They don't make that much. They
Yeah,
maybe
this dude has to take out a loan to pay that off.
he probably won like maybe 150, 250
Dang,
maybe.
after taxes, you just made $0.
Yeah, that's a tough fine. So
That's kind of a ridiculous fine, I gotta say. For one too many, like what
yeah.
if you hit him 2 more times, is it gonna be double that? Like what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm not too
Like
sure. I've never
let's
seen
keep
that
it in the
before.
maybe in the 30K range here. And
Yeah.
then like when you hit five or more, then you're in 72.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy number, huh?
Like, how many races do these guys actually do? Like, come on, there's no way he makes that much money.
Well, some jockeys race like four horses in one day, you know,
Hmm.
or
Yeah,
three
okay.
horses in one day. So,
Oh, okay. So I don't feel bad. He's making 400K. Yeah, never
no,
mind.
I mean, you only make money when if you win,
I
I
mean,
think.
if you're good enough to ride four horses, you're making money.
Well, it's beggars can be choosers,
But
right?
yeah, that's kind of crazy. But uh,
Is that the saying? I think so.
I think that's crazy fine. But shout out to the league, I guess, for protecting its horses, protecting its athletes. I respect that.
Exactly. Uh, Noah and I are still in the hunt for a horse. I
Oh
saw
yeah.
that the cheapest was 2,500. I think we could swing that on the MPP budget. So let us know if you have a racehorse to sell. Shoot us an email.
Yeah, is that just a regular horse or
No,
is that a
no, we
racehorse?
actually need
We're just
a
gonna
we need a thoroughbred, as they say.
Yeah, but is that the 2,500? Is that just on a regular horse? Like it's not even a racehorse?
No, it's a racehorse.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, we're just gonna
Yeah.
buy a horse. It's gonna end up being like a donkey.
A pack mule.
So
Those
actually
little
a,
tiny
a
ponies.
painted zebra. Like what? Get
Yeah.
scammed out here.
We want a horse for speed. We don't want pace setter. I think we want speed.
No, I want a stalker. That's just a sick. That's just a sick name right there.
He just waits and then
The
he,
sick mode, yeah, to attack. Like there we go. That's what I want. I
yeah,
want a predator.
that's right.
Everyone else is the prey. We're the sharks in the water. Everyone else is minnows.
Wow.
All
Nice.
right, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now that's the quote of the day.